How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, as always, Hicksydust, here with another episode of Madden Mondays. I appreciate you guys checking in as we took a week off from the channel just to deal with some personal stuff happening on the outside of the channel. The previous episode, we had played the Green Bay Packers, improving our winning streak to 5-0. This makes us the only undefeated team left in the league, as both the Falcons and Cardinals lost during their Week 5 bouts, which was ironic for one of them because we had traded Evan Ingram to the Atlanta Falcons for some draft picks. We, on the other hand, did fine. We signed Tyler Eifert off of free agency, and he stepped in and was an instant game changer. Not a single dropped pass by Tyler Eifert, which is a problem that Evan Ingram had both in real football and apparently reflected into the game. We have our breakout player help a player upgrade his development trait. Coach, I got to commend you on the game plan. Last week, the front seven absolutely dominated their blockers, and it was one of the best performances I've ever had. If I could put together another game like that against the Eagles, it'll go a long way towards establishing me as a leader on the team. Lorenzo Carter, right outside linebacker. Hold the Eagles to less than 250 total yards, or get Lorenzo Carter 1+ interception, forced fumble, TFL, tackle for loss, and sack. I'm sure we could do that. It's not a problem. We have our players ready to negotiate. We're not quite there yet. This is probably going to be Fletcher Cox. Yep, I want to talk to you about Fletcher Cox before our game this week. He brings a ton of power to the Philadelphia defense, and he has the strength to collapse the pocket against the run and press the pass. How do you want to handle him? Commit to slowing him down. Cox is definitely on our radar. We're going to do whatever we can to slow him down. Don't forget, Coach, we can take advantage of his aggressiveness with outside zone runs. We do that, and I feel we can really score on the ground. Of course, scoring with Saquon Barkley, not really a challenge in this game. We're going to quickly do our college players before we jump into the game. Alright guys, this is where we're at. We weren't able to find much talent this week in the draft board. We found a cornerback, which we're kind of loaded on, position-wise. I don't know if we're necessarily going to take Terrence Barnett, but he is now on our radar. If you look on the left-hand side, our tackles is really where we need to upgrade. We've only been able to find one so far. It's going to be an interesting offseason. We have a lot of picks, so we have a lot of draft capital if we want to trade away picks or trade up to try to get somebody. So now we're going to play the Philadelphia Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field, which makes this an away game for us.
Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York
as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. Now, they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
There he is, Tyler Eifert. The guy was praising before the game.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 44 yards.
They're moving the ball through the air pretty well on this opening drive, and to me it was evident that they were set on doing exactly that here to get this game started. And their belief and determination is certainly paying off.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
Brought down at the 8-yard line.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 63 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on him. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Big decision for us now. Do we press the issue? Do we go for it? Or do we just do the field goal?
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
I think where we're at in the field, I think we got to go for
it.
it.
It's become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath.
Oh, almost tackled him right into it.
Yeah, the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air.
And Barkley runs it in.
For a Giant TD. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Now we got to hold the Eagles to 250.
This Philadelphia Eagle offense.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll set up the throw from the gun. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
3-yard line.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. With a heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Oh.
And able to get this one across.
They parted it.
before he's brought down.
That was just straight.
That's good.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now they try the right side here. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
That's another Eagles 1st down.
Into the red zone. Wentz.
Oh.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there.
Broken up. Could have been a...
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Working from the gun. Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And
Ertz is tearing it up.
1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. An Eagle 1st down there. Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. From the shotgun now. Here's an
All right, and they duplicate what we've managed to accomplish.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Is good.
And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
I agree with you totally. Workhorse on the drive, and how about the last decisive run to punch it in?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Going deep for Eifert.
Oh, almost.
Incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 2 seconds to go. First quarter.
Wilson's gotten so much better with the ball. It's no longer. Oh no!
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. These 2 teams all tied after 1.
I used to have to worry about throwing the ball with Wilson, but it's gotten so much better.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Balls are so much more accurate.
Just try and get some space.
There we go.
Taylor Gabriel.
Oh, I think this is going.
The 30, 10, touchdown.
Oh, that's going on the highlight reel.
New York.
Taylor Gabriel, 92 yards, and the Giants have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen.
I was questioning
and it's
that,
also
but
safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch.
I don't think that should have been a 2-point. You know what?
To keep people
I'm
away
going to
from
take
the
it.
football.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore.
There we go, Leonard Williams.
From the pressure the Giants get there. Leonard Williams.
It's not a Lorenzo Carter play, but as long as we keep their yardage down, we're all good.
There, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now Wentz on third down. And he'll be hit as he releases
Carter,
it,
almost
and
there.
that'll fall incomplete.
For J.J.
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Returning is Peppers.
Oh, I thought he might have broken on that last.
Of 34 yards that time, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
At their own.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Darius Slayton. Out of bounds at the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd
Trying to get
shouldn't
that
affect us. That shouldn't be
milestone for
and then
Wilson.
The next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Yeah, the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They'll drop to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Out to the right here to Shepard. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores.
Wow, it's already halftime? This game's going by quick. There we go. Gabriel in the corner.
Giants. New York. Taylor Gabriel with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw, and he's got it. So they try for
that
2
play
successful.
Always works.
And that bumps their lead.
The defenders go the opposite direction of Barkley every time.
Or pass, they pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The catch and run, good for 18.
Ran right by Carter.
Down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I just need Carter to get something, a sack, tackle for a loss.
You can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And Jeffrey's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles first down.
We're going to give our guys some rest.
Down conversion. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Wentz now on 1st down. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first is Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. He's got it, and it's now 23-14. So the drive there took 6 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. Returning it, John Ross. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Saquon, Barkley, and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think he should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher.
Oh,
with
interesting.
this beginning.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that
Kevin
you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
That is caught.
Oh,
at
so
the 7.
close.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
First,
Give him 30 yards there. They'll throw now on the final play. And that is caught.
Valve.
He's got it for a giant touchdown. Set to Valve in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants add on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
At 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Gano now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Eagles now.
See if we can get Carter some action
here in the third quarter.
Whether it be a sack, a forced fumble.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And he connects with Ertz.
Man, Ertz is just so explosive.
That's good for an Eagle.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said him with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And
Man,
off to the races down the right side.
that guy had all the right moves.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Jake Ryan managed to get free and stop the 2-point conversion.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And now here's Ross. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, A lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
on second down. Here's Barkley. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 34. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves to James. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Yeah, of course.
To fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one
tried to force it.
into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
That dude was running slow too, man. Just all my guys on offense were too far down the field.
And it's going to bite him.
And I was just about to remark how controlled the game they were here in this third quarter, but that return for 6 points, we now have a game again.
Extra point up and good by Captain Zero. And the lead is down to a field goal. Now Ross to return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive. Nowhere to go here.
Are you serious? No. Hold on.
By the Eagles.
Oh, God. Just like that. Just like that. Okay.
And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take
and that seriously just happened.
That really changes things.
Extra point good by Captain Zero. And that will make this a 4-point game. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Okay. Hit as he throws there.
Now the Eagles want to play football.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Are you serious, bro?
Comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there.
All you had to do was get that ball off. How do they have Montez Sweat? What did they trade for the Washington football team?
He's having himself a game.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. From the gun, it's Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Wentz 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Not a big
need to stop him or get the ball back.
Too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
That's caught by the UCLA product. It's Callum Wilson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
That's going to go to the 4th quarter.
It's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
We got to get this ball back.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Wentz throwing complete to Arcega-Whiteside. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 more yards. Complete to J.J. Arcega.
Now Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, Wentz. This ball complete to Rager. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 11-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And it's caught. And he will have the first down before he's brought
I was hoping
down at the 3.
we could get off the field.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
I was totally okay with just taking a field goal.
1st and goal at the 3.
Wentz gonna throw.
Oh, you kidding me?
For an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point up and good by K0. And that pushes the lead up to 11. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Space to maneuver at the 40. That's complete right side to Gabriel. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. He'll look to throw. From right side here, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. They'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Again, man, if you just got that ball off like a second sooner.
7 yards. It's 2nd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That is
there we go. Okay.
5.
Barkley's back in.
Take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown.
The Giants will line up for the...
Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions
All right.
like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown.
The one time I said earlier in the game, that play always works.
Back to the line of scrimmage.
Jinx
Not
myself.
easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look and they make their decision off of that.
Got to do something about getting this ball back.
That was impressive.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside.
Did we stop him?
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout.
Right. We have a chance.
The clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here comes Peppers. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 29-yard line.
We've been in this situation before. We can definitely do this.
They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert.
Man.
And he goes down, but not before getting his inside the 25. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, a Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't you? You remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for Philadelphia, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year.
And they'll get to stay home again next week as Washington comes to town.
Meanwhile, for the Giants, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
All right, guys, this is a disappointing one. We post our first loss for the season, so there's no more undefeated teams in the NFL. We lose to the last place in our division, Philadelphia Eagles. It was not our offense. We had a weird 2-play series where it was a interception and then a fumble, which really hiccuped us. But our defense could have played a lot better every time Zach Ertz was able to get an opening and extend the plays for the Eagles. This was a rough one, guys. This is a really heartbreaker. You can see Zach Wilson played well, 77.7 completion percentage, 4 touchdowns to, 1 interception. We'll look to get things back on track next week. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed this battle today. Leave all your feedback in the comments section as always. This not only lets me know how I'm doing, but it lets you guys get that chance to put your input on the channel. But as always, guys, look to the horizons for more Hicksydust content and enjoy the rest of your day.